Just got finished watching Tomorrow War, I believe, with Chris Pratt, and I didn't see any previews or anything. And I think that's one of the best decisions I've ever done in my life. I thought the movie was done pretty well. I'm really glad that Amazon gave it to all the Amazon customers for free. I think the acting was good. The only thing that bothered me, like, I don't care about the science of time travel or anything like that, because there's no real way to prove it right or wrong. The only thing that bothered me was, and this is spoilers by the way, is whenever they go into the future, the first thing that kind of sets off to me is there's a scene where they look into the windows, and it's one of those medical facilities that has that cavity space in the middle of all the floors, and you see, I'm guessing that there were the scientists that worked there or some people hanging from the rafters in some type of something. And I was like, man, dude, that's psychology or something. If that's not for food or intentional purposes, then they did that out of spite. So I started thinking, okay, these were probably used to be people or something like that. And then later, you haven't really seen them yet. Chris Pratt and the people he's with are running down this stairwell, and there's a scene where Chris Pratt hurts one of them. It covers its face like this, and it backs away. It tries to for self. It looks like it's protecting itself, and a lot of them are using like their backs and stuff like that, and making sure they don't get hurt. And I was like, if this was like a hive mind, they wouldn't do that type of stuff because they would just stop at nothing to because their mind's about the collective, not the independent. So I was thinking if it's independent mindsets like this, the psychology suggests that these are, at least the level of intelligence of human beings. So I started thinking maybe that they killed the scientists because um, they're people who hated how they're destroying the world, so they figure out a way to turn themselves into monsters. And sort of like one of the things that's on Netflix right now, I think it's called Gargantua. That's the story I was thinking about. So then later on, they capture this queen, and they take it to this their last base over the ocean, and they have it apparently sedated by hundreds of milligrams per hour, and it's been secluding some type of liquid, and they never really explain why they point that out. And it wakes up when they finally find the solution or something they're looking for that could like seriously harm that entire alien race. And the queen starts freaking out, and that's when all heck breaks loose. And I don't know, it's just how does she know that? Like, where's the recognition? I mean, this is the first time that alien thing has seen that. So unless like it's some loose way to explain like the time streams, like, going over each other, like all the different times that people traveled back in time, like they're starting to stack and pixelate on top of other ones, and somehow they never explain any of that. And the only other thing that bothered me is they don't give like a really good reason why everyone wears their normal clothes when they go into the future. And I thought that was another weird thing, because I was thinking to myself, like, maybe they did that because the whenever you turn into an alien, their deep-seated hatred for military people is why they don't let them wear military fatigues, because it's sort of like a temporary camouflage. That's what I was thinking. I was trying to reason it out. It was none of those reasons. And the reason why the people hanging from the ceiling or whatever bother me so much is because their habitats are underground. And so I thought that was kind of weird that they had these people hanging from such a high elevation. It just didn't make sense to me. That's the only thing that bothered me. I thought it was a good movie. I think it's worth watching, but for someone who watches movies tons, and like I haven't seen anyone else talk about this, so if it doesn't stick out to you, I wouldn't let it bother you. But I don't know. I'm all about the details, and I just feel like these were like really look like just broad stroke. The normal movie watcher won't even notice this, I'm guessing, but I would like this explained if possible.